Hey Midlands family, I hope you're doing well. As you can see, I'm at the beach. My birthday was a few days ago and my mother-in-law lives down here, and so we decided to take advantage of that and come down here and enjoy the beach for a few days and enjoy the beautiful weather the Lord has given us. The beach is definitely my happy place. I love to sit in a chair under the umbrella, toes in the sand, listening to the waves crash and just staring out at the water and getting lost in the water and getting lost in how big and vast and mighty and powerful the ocean is. And when I do that, it causes me to reflect on how small I am. And ultimately, it causes my eyes to turn to the Lord and to think that He holds all of this in His hands and how big and powerful and vast He is. And so I thought the ocean could serve as a good visual illustration for us this week, for this week's devotional. You know, we started Joel last week, and if you recall, Joel starts out by describing this plague of locusts that have come and brought destruction to the land. And so for today's devotional, I just wanted to take a few moments to think about the locusts. Joel, in verse 6 of chapter 1, he describes them like a nation that has invaded. They're mighty and without number, and they have teeth like the teeth of lions. And in verse 4, he says, what the gnawing locust has left, the swarming locust has eaten. What the swarming locust has left, the creeping locust has eaten. And what the creeping locust has left, the stripping locust has eaten. He's painting for us this picture that these locusts have come in and they have just brought complete and utter destruction to the land. And I was reading Matthew Henry's commentary on this, and he was talking about the locusts, and he said, they were little insects, any one of them despicable, and which a man might easily crush with his foot or his finger. But when they came in vast swarms, they were very formidable and ate up all before them. And then he goes on to describe that God is the Lord of hosts, and He can command all His creatures, and when it pleases Him, He can humble the proud and rebellious by using the weakest and most contemptible creatures. And he goes on to say, the weaker the instrument that God employs, the more His power is magnified. And so I love that picture that these locusts, that, you know, just one single locust is easily could be squashed by a person. But when they come in swarms, they bring this destruction to the land. And this reminder that the Lord can take the weakest instrument to not only humble the proud, but He also magnifies His power. It's the same thing with the ocean, that when we look at the ocean, when we look at the mountains, we are reminded how small we are. But not only are we reminded how small we are, we're reminded how big and mighty and powerful God is. It's the same that we're experiencing today with the coronavirus. As we're confronted with death, we are reminded of our frailty. We are reminded that we're not strong enough, that we don't have all the answers. But not only does it cause us to look at our frailty, not only does it cause us to look at how small and weak and insignificant we are, it also should cause the mightiness of God to be magnified. It should cause us to look upon Him and to see how big and powerful and awesome and mighty He is. And so I hope in this season that we are going through right now that we're not getting bogged down with the scariness of the unknown, but instead that we are allowing this to let our eyes and our attention be directed to the one who holds this in His hands. That we look upon the one who is big, who is mighty, who is powerful, who is vast. That we would look upon Him and trust that He has all of this under His control. He's got the whole world in His hands. He has it all under control. And so we need to simply trust in Him, surrender ourselves to Him, and trust that He is in control and that what He is doing is good. Now for the next minute or so, I'm just going to leave you with a video of the ocean, and I'm going to put some scriptures on the screen that I'd like to encourage you to take some time to reflect on and help focus your heart and your mind on the bigness of our God.